To have control and consistency in our recipe and process, we need to understand how to write a recipe and how to modify its elements when a change is needed. The best way to do this is by using a baker percentage. It's a simple but very effective method to adjust the recipe since it's based on percentages. The baker percentage is the proportion of all the ingredients in our dough relative to the weight of the flour. We're going to use the metric system because it is more accurate and easier to follow. Keep in mind that 1 kilogram it equals to 1,000 grams. That will mean that 3 kilograms equals 3,000 grams, and so on. Here is an example of a recipe. The weight of the ingredients is translated into a percentage of the flour's weight. Based on this example, we know that our dough is at 65% hydration, salt at 2.5%, and so on. A note about hydration. Water, beer, and juice are considered hydration factors. Oils, eggs, fats, and other liquid ingredients are not, even though they will confirm a softer dough texture like when adding water. Now that we know a little about the tool, let's go through some more examples. To determine the recipe, we use the percentages we want to achieve, then multiply the weight of the flour by the percentage of each ingredient. In this example, we're using 1 kilogram of flour, and we want the hydration to be 65%. We will multiply 1,000 by 65 and divide by 100, giving us 650 grams. We will need 650 grams of water for this recipe. It's important to note the percentage of yeast in this recipe is less than 1%. Don't forget, while calculating the amount of yeast, to make sure you include the decimal point. In the example above, yeast is 0.2%, which means 2 grams, not 20 grams. If your recipe is not using baker percentages, don't worry. I'll show you how to calculate the percentages for your recipe. To understand the percentage of each ingredient, simply divide the weight of each ingredient by the weight of the flour and multiply by 100. For example, our recipe calls for 10 kilograms of flour or 10,000 grams and 7 kilograms or 7,000 grams of water. If we divide 7,000 by 10,000, that equals 0.7 or 70%. This tool is very useful when creating your dough recipe. You will not need to do all of this calculation each time you make dough. For a more in-depth explanation of what we just covered and additional examples, download our Baker Percentage Guide. And be sure to come back to our website for more information.